Ladies and gents, it's Pete Thorne, and hey, check it out. On that track at the beginning, you heard this, the Joshua Ambient Echo. I really like this pedal. Terrific new pedal from MXR. This is a deceptively deep pedal for as small as it seems in the standard MXR housing. I mean, it can be as simple as you want, but you can get pretty darn complex ambient, stereo, super washy delays with it if that's what you want to do. Now, right out of the gate this morning, I'll tell you what I did on the way to work. Just before I came in and had my coffee and stuff, I was at home. I watched the video demo that they made on their website, the official one. They actually call it a video manual, I think. And it is so good and comprehensive, and it actually allowed me to totally maximize my time in here when I got in here, because I've only had this thing out of the box for about 3 hours now, and I was able to complete that track. I knew so much about the pedal by the time I even plugged it in. So MXR, you made a great video. I think it should almost be a required thing these days, like make a video manual, especially when a pedal's got some deeper features and stuff. And it just made it so easy for me to understand. So let's see, you can do mono delays, stereo delays. The song that I recorded starts out with stereo delay parts. I used both these jacks right here. Had the guitar going in here, came out of here, right into my recording interface. Basically pulled up 2 plug-in amplifiers on 2 channels in Logic, and then I hard panned them left and right, because I really wanted you to get, the distinct left-right delays in a big stereo spread. But for some of the parts in the song at the beginning of the video, I actually plugged in mono. Like for the guitar solo that had a little bit of drive on it, I was running into the front of my PT15 amp with the Benson Chase Bliss preamp pedal running in front of the delay. Basically, the delay was coming pre-amplifier in all the examples. You can do 2 distinct delay taps here. You got this Echo 2 button. If you turn that on, it turns on a delay that is always set to, I believe, a quarter note subdivision. So the main delay, you can set the subdivision via this control right here, and you can get your dotted 8ths or 8th note triplets or quarter notes or whatever you want, and then turn this on, you've always got an 8th note. So say you could do the edge delay thing really easy, where he's got, a quarter note and a dotted 8th blended. No problem on this pedal. And when you're in stereo mode, it'll split those delays left and right. Or you can have one side just be wet and the other side be dry. I don't generally do that though. I like to have the 2 delays bouncing around in stereo. So that's what I did in my video. Okay, what else we got here? The voice control. This is pretty cool. This basically allows you to blend in some octaves on the delayed sounds. So allows you to get some of those sort of shimmer-like effects and also an octave down. It sounds kind of, organ-ish almost sometimes. So that's really nice. Depending on where you have the voice control, as you turn it up, it gets sort of more intense with the octaves. I used that quite a bit actually on the guitar part that started the song at the beginning. You can hear the octaves. So mod control here that's super intelligent. Basically the way it comes set up from the factory is when it's set low, you get a low rate and you get a high depth. As you turn it up, it's going to lower the depth and increase the rate, kind of, so they cross over. That really makes sense, because if you got a high rate and a high depth, it gets really seasick and doesn't sound that usable. You can get in there and tweak it. Like, there's a lot of secondary functions in this pedal. If you just do certain button pushes and then turn things, you can change things. So the way that mod stuff is calibrated, it's real easy to get in there and switch that stuff up. And one thing that's really nice is if you want to go back to the factory settings because you feel like, oh, I've gotten too far and kind of screwed up things and I like the way the mod was originally, it's super easy to just do a simple button push and get back to the way that the pedal comes from the factory. I think that's a nice touch. Another thing about the pedal I really dig, the regen control. If you crank that all the way up, you don't get like a crazy distorted oscillation that starts to build and get louder. What you get is a perfectly tailed out oscillation that allows you to get really long sustained parts. And it just in practice works really well. I like it a lot. At the end of some of those parts in the song at the beginning, you can hear me doing that, where I actually reach over, crank up the regen to 10, and you can hear the note just tail out beautifully, but it never gets out of control. It's nice the way they dialed in, and I like it a lot. There's options for expression pedal and tap. You got a little switch there to switch what this extra jack does right here. You can actually do tap right on the pedal though. You can either hook up an external tap or do it right on the pedal. By holding down the switch for a couple seconds, it'll go into a tap mode and then you just tap in quarter notes. Or if you want the external tap with the MXR little switch, you can do that. You can also set it up in a mode so you can do freeze and hold chords. Anyways, even though it's deep in practice, I found it really easy to use. Like I say, the video manual helped tremendously, but it's really a pretty simple pedal and it's just vibey and you can get a ton of great sounds out of it. I almost forgot to mention there's reverb in the pedal. It's got its own mix and decay time that are tweakable independently of the delay stuff. So that's really cool. I mean, nice to have reverb and the echo in the same pedal. Stereo, delay, reverb all in one little pedal. Awesome. So I'm not going to go over every single thing in this video. For that, you can hit the MXR official video. But this was all about me making music, having fun, coming up with some different types of delay sounds. Short delays, long delays, stereo delays, mono delays, modulated delays, all kinds of stuff. So let's get to it. It is the Joshua Ambient Echo from MXR. So I just did a little part where I did this in mono, actually, and I doubled it and panned it out just a little bit, like 11 and 1 kind of thing. And it's a fast echo with a whole bunch of mod. Both delay times, but it's in mono. Here's all the mod. Super modulated. And it sounds something like this. And at the end, I turned up the regeneration and had it tail out. Just has a great, like, really controlled feedback sound where it just really slowly degrades over time. I just did a solo at the end, and I was going for like a long delay for the solo, and this is mono, and it's in front of my PT 15 amp. I'm using my Chase Bliss Benson preamp here, and I've got kind of a gnarly sort of distortion sound going with a long echo. It's just got a vibe to it. It's really cool. I did something like that. It sounds really cool. I got a bunch of mod going on it, and there's only one delay. Like I don't have the delays doubled up, so it's just one long delay. I don't have the second delay kicked in, but I got the mix up real high, and I don't have any of the voice stuff going on this. It's just pretty much, I wanted to see if I could get just kind of a long, sort of traditional sounding echo going. It sounds almost like it'd be sloppy in the track, but it's not. It actually came through really good. So it's amazing how much delay you can get away with sometimes. If I turn off the preamp, you'll hear just the amp. And turning the Chase Bliss on. Sounds really cool paired with
with the Joshua for sure.
Thanks for watching my video on the Joshua Ambient Echo from my friends at MXR. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the little tune I came up with. It only took me a few hours to record. It was just so much fun working with this pedal. It was really inspiring. The pedal led me down the path of finding different parts really, really easily. It wasn't hard to get a bunch of different delay sounds that all kind of fit together in the track too, so that was really nice. Everything from kind of typical echo on to, you know, super modulated echoes with shimmer type octaves and stuff like that going on. It's all in here. It's a really terrific sounding pedal. You can check it out further at the link down there in the video description below. Click there, it'll take you to more info. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I am Pete Thorne. Take care. Over and out.